Okay, welcome everyone. So in this section, we will talk about how to set up your MetaTrader terminal so you can take a look at the charts much more efficiently, I think cleanly, because it's very important to have a clean chart where you can look at the candles and you can see where candles are moving, because ideally you want to know exactly how a candle is going to move, how the candle is going to react to certain areas in certain zones. So we're not going to cover any technicals in this section. We're only going to cover how to set up your MetaTrader for you to be ready to trade. Now, first thing is first, whenever you log in to your MetaTrader, you're going to see a screen like this, going to be blank with grids and all this stuff right here. So we're going to go over everything. First, what you want to do is you want to have a clean chart. And what we mean by having a clean chart is that you see nothing but candles. If you can see nothing but candles, that's the perfect way to look at the chart. So first of all, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to properties. Now, when I go to properties over here, I can see different variables I can change. So first thing I want to change is the background. Let's say I want to keep the background black. So I'm going to leave it black. Foreground here means, so this is white. Foreground here means your prices here to the right hand side, like, you know, and your timestamps on the x-axis and your white stuff right over here. So we're going to leave this white. Grid is these boxes that you see in the background. So I'm going to put this also in black. There we go. I have it in black. Now, bars going up are basically candles that go up. So I'm going to change this to a color that I personally like much better. So I'm going to move to color and I'm going to change this to, you know, these values right here. And I'm going to hit add to custom colors so I can choose it later as well. So as you can see, bars going up are in that color, bar going down. I want them to be like, you know, maybe a little darker shade of green, maybe something like this. This is what I want them to be. And I'm going to add it to custom colors here as well. All right, there we go. This is good. Bar going down. Let's do this and add it right over here. There we go. Awesome. Right, bar going down. Let's change this here again. Hit OK, and you can see how this is all working out perfectly. And now we have the bull candles. Bull candles, I want them to be, you know, green. My bull candles are green, and bear candles, I want them to be red. And bar going up again, we gotta fix it again. There we go. And bar going down, I want them to be this red color. And slowly but surely, we are coming to the point where we want them to be exactly how we want. Now, volumes, I don't really like it, so I'm going to remove it. And bid and ask line can stay the same. Hit OK, and there we go. We have our chart set up exactly how we want. Now, the next thing what we want to do is we want to be able to maybe bring this chart over to the left-hand side, and that can be done from a button up over here, which says shift end of the chart from the right border, right? So if I click this button, you're going to see we move to this side. And if I click it again, we move right back. So I want it to be in the proper way. Click it, and now my chart is right over here. Now I can zoom in, I can zoom out, you know, zoom in, zoom out again. Now there's another thing called scale fix, and scale fix means that you're able to move the chart up and down. And to do that, just right click, go to properties, go to common, and hit scale fix right here. These values, I haven't necessarily played around with them, so I wouldn't know much. All I do is hit scale fix, hit OK, and now I can basically move my chart, you know, whichever way I want. If I want to zoom in, let's go do this right here, and I can move it up, down. I can go towards a 30-minute time frame, and right, and I can have it just the way I want it, and 15-minute time frame. So scale fix basically allows you to kind of like zoom in much more and kind of like look at the charts the way you want. Now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our rectangles. Now, initially when you draw your rectangle, your rectangle is not going to look like this. What your rectangle is going to look like is default. And that default is basically you have a red color which will look like this, right? So now you want to change it to a zone, right? So if you're drawing zones, you want to change it to a rectangle, which would look good. Like for me, right? So I right click it, go to properties, and from here style, I want it to be like a little grayish color, go to parameters, and I want to hit fill. Fill here will mean that this color is just gonna fill the whole rectangle. Hit fill, hit OK, and there we go. We got a nice zone plotted right here. That's the zone. Other than that, you got your time frames up over here, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, all your time frames are up over there. You have all your pairs here to the right-hand side. Now, sometimes you may not be able to see spread on Market Watch, right? So to do that, all you need to do is hit, so all you need to do is right click. Anywhere you can right click here, right click on the bid, ask, whatever, right click, go to columns. And from here, you can get your spread. You can get anything you want. So if I hit spread, it's going to remove spread from this column. And you can see now spread is gone. I right click, go to columns, hit spread. I got my spread, right click, go to columns. I can hit time. And I can get time over here, I can right click column and you get the idea, right? So you got all sort of variables that you can bring on over here. For me personally, bid and ask price and spread is all what matters. And that's all what I use. What else can we talk about over here? I think that's it. The only thing you need is for you to be able to look at your candles in detail and draw zones based on that. I would just say maybe don't try to look at the chart zoomed out all the way. I don't like it because you can't see the candles, you can't see structure, you can't see all those basics. So what's going to be better is maybe look at the charts, in this way over here. Because you're trying to see where price is going to go. And let's say if we're looking on the 1 hour time frame, zoom in a little bit. And that's it. There's no reason to look at all the way to the left-hand side. There's no reason to look at what happened, a week ago or a month ago. What you're basically looking at is what happened in the last hour and what is most likely to happen in the next hour. That's it. That's all what you're looking at. Right? Hope this was crystal clear. It's very simple. You just gotta set your MetaTrader up in a way where you can see the candles. And the next thing is all you gotta wait for the closure of a candle and see if price is gonna go where exactly you want it to go. Take care.